Alright, so as you guys already know, this video is going to be showing you how to make a bathroom fixture. I am going to be doing these videos in 3 parts. The first part is going to be part 1, which I will be showing you how to make this bathroom shower tub combo. Alright, so first you're going to need some cardboard. You may want to layer that cardboard up for more stability. This is just a scrap piece of cardboard that I had laying around. If you don't have that, you can always just use some boxes, cut them up, put them in about 2 layers, so like a double layer of cardboard, and then wrap that with some paper. Also, I would recommend you already have your doll that you will be using. Even though this is a short doll, she is the widest that I have, so I was going to use her to do the shower tub combo. And so you're just going to want to make sure that you have, you know, something else to compare that size to. Here I actually do have a bathtub where I'm showing you that she is too wide to fit in that. So I'm going to be making the dolls another bathtub / shower combo. So I already know about the width of it, and then I use that other bathtub to get the length that I would be needing for the bathtub. So here you just see me measuring out how much I need to take off of the bathtub. Once again, I would definitely recommend you already having your dolls so that you'll be able to get the right size. This is actually going to be for 1/12 dolls, which is the dolls that I am using for the dollhouse. So after I cut that piece, you'll just see me here making sure the width is good, which it is because her arms go out, and then I'm checking also the length towards a tub that I also will be using in the house. Okay, so boom, next we're gonna put the size of the tub on. So here I'm just trying to figure out if I wanted it to be the back of the tub or if I wanted it to be on the side. I then decided I would want it to be on the side. So here you just see me gluing it down to make one of the sides, and then I'm just going to repeat that to make the other side. So after that piece dries, you see me turning it on the side, and then you see me here putting more hot glue on the inside of the tub. This is just for more security and holding that side piece in place. Here you see me using a ruler. I'm just gonna cut out the excess cardboard from the tub. Okay, so boom, after you cut that excess cardboard off, you would be able to use it, you know, later on. So just go ahead and place that to the side. So right here, you just see me measuring out how tall I want the tub to actually be. So I'm just gonna use a ruler just to cut straight along there, and that is going to be one of the sides of the tub. Here you just see me cutting the same side that I cut previously. It was a little too tall for my liking, so I used the ruler again to cut it down some more. Once again, this is going to be the side, one of the sides of the tub. All right, so boom, once one side is done, you're gonna proceed to the other side. Here, I'm just making sure that one of the scrap pieces that I cut off earlier is gonna match the same size as the other side of the tub. So once I am happy with that, as you see me double checking, I am then going to hot glue that down to make the other side of the tub. And then again, make sure you put some of the hot glue on the inside for more security. So once you're done with the sides, this is what the tub is going to be looking like. So we still need to put the back and the bottom of the tub on. Right, so boom, we're gonna do the bottom of the tub. Here, you're just gonna get another piece of cardboard, and I'm just trying to figure out what's gonna be the best placement to do this. I'm going to go ahead and put some hot glue, and then I'm going to glue that piece towards the top. That way I'm making sure that that matches the sides of the tub, and all I would have to do is cut the bottom of that piece of cardboard off instead of gluing it in the middle where I would have to cut the top off. It's way more easier to cut at the bottom of the tub than at the top where it has the sides and everything. After you cut that off, the tub is going to look like this. Here you have the sides and then the bottom of the tub. So now all we would have to do is put the back of the tub on there, which would be the shower portion of the tub. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to put some hot glue on the bottom portion of the tub, and you're going to glue that down to that piece of cardboard to make the back portion of the tub, which is also going to be the shower part of the tub. Once again, I am putting some on the outside for more security and also on the inside of there also for more security, and I am using a ruler to scrape off some of the glue from putting it on the outside. Okay, so boom, once again, make sure that you have the dolls you will be using. Once again, this is 1/12 scale, and here is the tallest doll that I have for 1/12 scale. I'm just going to use him to get the length that I want for the tub, just so that I'm not making the tub too short for any of the dolls that I do have. So you're just gonna mark where you're going to want that tub to be at, and then you're just going to cut off the excess at the top first, and then we're going to go and work our way to the side. Right, and your tub should be looking like this. Now all the scrap pieces that you are cutting away, make sure that you are keeping those. We do not throw any cardboard away because they could always be used later in any of the miniature projects or later in the project that you're working on now. So here I'm just cutting away excess cardboard, making sure that my lines are clean and straight, and just cleaning it up on the side. So I'm just using my tallest 1/12 scale doll once again, just to make sure that I got the height right. And once I'm done with that, then I'm ready to move on to the next. I have a baggie of stuff from previous projects and just junk that I have saved that I thought would be helpful and useful for miniatures. And in that bag, I have a earplug that I had used in a previous project for a Barbie shower, and I thought it would be the perfect accessory to use for this shower. So if you have an old earplug that you're not using anymore, this is perfect project to use that for. So yeah, you are gonna have to cut it out and cut the wire from that earplug in order to use this, or you can keep the wire and have like more cord if you would like, which is actually what I did in the Barbie project that I did. But here I didn't need any of the wiring, so I cut it completely off, and I'm going to once again use my doll for comparison to see how far that earplug is going to go, and he's just barely making it under there. So we're just gonna go ahead and use that earplug as the shower head. Now, one of those pieces of cardboard that you put to the side, you are going to need to use that for the, I guess you would say, the shower head extender. But before we go ahead and glue those two things together, we are going to set those to the side. Set those two things to the side because we are going to need to cover this tub up with cardstock. As you know, cardboard does have those little lines in it, so you don't want those lines in your piece because it's going to show through paint. So you're going to want to cover those up. So we're going to use cardstock to cover those up. Basically, cardstock is going to be thicker than paper, but it's thinner than the cardboard. So it's very easy to work with. It's like working with paper, basically. You're just going to glue your tub down. Once again, all surfaces of the tub needs to be covered in the cardstock. This is just going to give your bathtub a cleaner painting job where you're not able to see the lines in the cardboard. Also, make sure that you cover this spot up also with cardstock so that you will have a cleaner paint job. That also needs to be covered with cardstock. So that's going to come out looking like this, and then you're just going to cover the other side with the cardstock as well. Alright, so these next clips is just going to show me covering up the entire tub with the cardstock and cutting away the excess. Recording the making of this, but it wasn't recording. So this is just a piece of cardboard again. It's a little taller than the top of the shower. That is for a reason. And it is glued to the back, and then it's also glued on the bottom here. Now you're also going to want to cover that in cardstock as well. but I just forgot to show y'all. So it's glued on the bottom here, and then it's glued on the inside here also. So once you're done with that, your tub is going to look like this. Everything needs to be covered in cardstock. The side of the tub, the front of the tub, even the back of the tub. The side here needs to be covered, even the edges here, here, and here. You don't want any lines from that cardboard to be showing. That's going to give you the clean lines when you go to paint it. Everything covered in the cardstock, even back here, that is cardstock, everything. So then it's going to look like this, and now you're ready to move on to the next thing. So next you're going to need a piece about this size of cardboard. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take some old earbuds like this one here. Just going to cut the cord off of that and use that as your shower head. So make sure it's long enough for your shower head to be glued to it. That's going to go on top here in the middle. And then after that is glued down, this is going to be glued down for your shower head. So when you cut your piece, just make sure you know it's long enough for your earbud piece, and that it's long enough to at least come, you don't have to come halfway to your tub, but at least, you know, give your miniature some room in the back and in the front there. So I put mine about right here. Also make sure that after you cut your piece out, that this is also covered in cardstock. So your piece of cardboard needs to be covered also in cardstock for those clean lines when you paint it. So we're just going to, first, I'm going to go ahead and attach this. After the earbud is glued onto that piece of cardboard and you attached it to the back of the tub, you're just going to spray the whole thing in white. Now, some of this is going to be covered up, but you want to make sure that the tub itself is completely covered in white, because that is going to be showing. But as far as the side and the back of the tub, that doesn't have to be as clean as the side and the inside of the tub. Okay, so boom, you're going to need this non-stick paper here to make the handles for the faucet. So I'm just taking some hot glue and I'm going to make a shape like a teardrop, and those are going to be used as the faucet handles. So that's what I'm doing here, just doing little shapes like this here to make the handles out of hot glue. Now here I'm taking some silver nail polish because I do not have silver paint, and I'm just going to paint those, what we're going to be using as the faucet handles. And I also made just a circle, that is what the faucet is going to be placed on. So here I'm just painting once again with nail polish because I don't have any silver paint. Alright, so what I use for the faucet is, I believe this is a staple. This came in like a huge box. They'll use these staplers to hold the box in place. It is kind of like a copper color, which is okay because you can always paint that. But this is what I used for the faucet. Now I am holding it with pliers. This is actually what you're going to be using to curve the faucet. You'll use these pliers to curve it. It's pretty easy to manipulate the shape of the staple. It's not like it's really hard or anything. You'll just use some pliers like the ones that I'm showing you here to curve the shape into a faucet. You can also use these for handles or anything like that, and like I said, you can always paint them, which is what I did. I ended up painting this the same color as the faucet handles, which is the silver paint that I have here. So that is what I used as the faucet. Okay, here I'm showing you how I put the faucet together and the handle. So these handles are actually put, they're not glued down. They are actually pinned down into the back of the shower and held in with hot glue, as you can see there. And these are actually sewing pins. So I used a blue one, and then I used another one. I just painted that red. I also put the letter H in red on one of the handles and the letter C in blue for hot and cold on the other handle. These also move. I don't know if you're going to just be moving them too much, but they do move. And the faucet, as you can see there, it just is kind of stuck into the circle, the silver circle that I made out of hot glue. Again, that's just kind of stuck in there and painted silver for the faucet. But yeah, these are just sewing pins that are placed in there to hold the handles in place. They are not super glued. The circle that the faucet is attached to, that is super glued on. Also, the back of the tub, that is basically just regular paper. I just went online and found a tile that I wanted. I put that in a Word document and minimized the size down to use as the backing for this tub. So later I will show you why this is going to be taller when I actually put it in its permanent spot. And it's also going to explain why there is silver on the inside, but that's going to be in a much later video, so this is not quite finished yet.